After it was reported that Northwestern football was involved with hazing players such as underclassmen, the school decided it was best to part ways with Pat Fitzgerald. Defensive coordinator David Braun will be acting head coach.
In a stunning escalation to the Northwestern hazing scandal, head coach Pat Fitzgerald was even current or former players acknowledged hazing on the
coach for now. Fitzgerald later denied the allegations, but it was reported that he knew of it and was even the ringleader. There was an unnamed source who first told of the events that happened during his time in Northwestern.
And it's never been a problem, and so
it was later confirmed by former players. According to sources, they interviewed 50 former and current players. Attorney Maggie Hickey of the Arndt Fox Schiff LLP firm led the investigation and found more details surrounding the program. Fitzgerald had been the head coach for Northwestern since 2006 and was even a former player. More details came out, and it was also reported that during the hazing the players, they would also allegedly be restrained by a group of 8 to 10 upperclassmen dressed in various purge-like masks who would make them dry hump the victims in a dark locker room. The 48-year-old head coach, according to reports, is going to fight the university. There were also chains of racism during his time as head coach. Former players also claimed that Fitzgerald was racist towards black players and also forced them to cut their dreads along with other things, while the white players could have their hair as long as they wanted. Fitzgerald claims the reports are false. He originally was going to be suspended for 2 weeks in August without pay before he was officially terminated. The news was picked up by the Daily Northwestern. After it was reported that he was going to be suspended for 2 weeks without pay, news broke. More details were out regarding the program, and the university then decided to reopen the case. They found more details and evidence surrounding Pat Fitzgerald and the program. Fitzgerald at the time was in his second year of his 10-year, $57 million contract. Fitzgerald had this to say about the report: reaffirmed what I've always maintained, that I had no knowledge of whatever of any form of hazing within the Northwestern football program. Northwestern President Michael H. Schill had released a statement after he was suspended. The hazing was well known by many in the program, though the investigator failed to find any credible evidence that Coach Fitzgerald himself knew about it. As this entire 6-month independent investigation was confidential, I only recently learned many of the details, including the complaint's identity. I spoke with his parents on Friday and the student on Sunday. After he was fired, Fitzgerald then released his own statement saying, Agent Brian Harlan and veteran trial attorney Dan Webb to take the necessary steps to protect my rights in accordance with the law. During his time with the Wildcats, Northwestern went 110-101 over 17 seasons and also went 5-5 in the postseason.